welcome everybody to Tofinator Streams Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Alright, so that works. I'm here. You're here. Looks like everything's coming together. Good. I really hoped this had worked. So this is very nice. We can finally do it. Alright. Here we go. Give me a hot second. ALR. You were first, but your keyboard was disconnected? Uh-oh. You're already mad there's no gameplay. Well, hang on. There we are. I was just trying to make sure I was looking good. That's all. That's all. You know how it is. When you look this good, you gotta be, on your toes about it. Okay. So we're about right there. Ah. No, I'll save that for next stream. I was thinking about dressing up the place a little, but I want that to be part of the Tofinator Screams. Yeah. Hi, kitty. Psh, I wish. I wish I made an AI version of myself. It'd be even more boring than I am. Well, come on in. Alright, looks like we got a fair amount of viewers. I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. Hi, kitty. It's okay. I'm just gonna pay a little less attention to you. I know you're gonna hate it, but here we go. It's kind of funny. That's almost exactly where we are. We're right outside the cabin. So it should be this. Yeah. All right. Cool. So we're back in the hallway. We just got out of the cabin, but now we gotta, I don't know, figure all this out. So. Ship sections. Maybe I should check that out. I don't know. Let's see. This looks like a plan of the SS Bura. It shows each deck. Look. The Bura is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel in engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. There we go. Something like that. Is it? Or it is. Well, consider the Japanese are... It's gotta throw words at me, don't it? Archipelago. The islands of Japan? Thank God they know what it is. Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Oh, okay. Stop trying to get me, cat. She's playing with me. She's just laying down in front. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys. Maybe I can, but the camera will have to dip. Eh. Eh. Trying to get a good look at your face. There you are. Yeah. Say hi. Okay. She's just being silly today. Alright. So what's that? Hi, kitten. Cat, I need to see the screen. Okay. That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Narada-san. Even to a sailor. Just call me Rinosuke. I know how to do that one. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. God damn it, cat. Alright. Away with you. You've been banished. Okay. So there's some cheese over here. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Is it? Looked like cheese. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Oh. I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Jesus Christ. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. I bet it tastes like chalk, because it looks exactly like it. Where's he getting chalk from? You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. If you have them all the time in Japan, then why are, like, traps, like, a thing for you? That don't make sense. Why is that a thing? Huh. You weren't actually gonna try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kasuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Alright. Cool. Yeah. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bell ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. It does all of that? Wow. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. Ah, I wish everything would just stop. This ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. That's fair. That's a good yeah. That's a good idea. Let's try moving. How do we move? M. Okay. Is B. So M and B does this. Okay. Cool. I need to go back. There we go. And move. Okay. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You? You little third-class lady's maid?
Oh. We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Sasura-san.
Oh. That was me. Yeah. I'm not Sailor. My mother gave me a name. I am senior crewman Biff Stroganoff.
You can't even... Beef? Is it you, Beef? It's Beef. Beef Stroganoff is his... Ah! That's his name. Alright. I'm gonna call you Beef. What's up, Beef? Whew. The best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Yeah, I need to know about the first class cabin area, please. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area.
Here we are in the finest part of Bureau steamship, for very important persons.
What sort of very important persons?
Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret.
Many important persons.
That is why I'm always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow, I let stupid Stowaway inside.
Oh, that's right, he's a little Russian, right? So, he's gotta have the Russian.
I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganov is not animal.
There we go, that's better.
I crush you, little man.
Yeah, pretty much. You remind me of Willy Wonka when he's on the boat and starts singing when it really rapidly speeds up. Oh, cool. Ah, the freakiest part of that entire movie. Yeah, alright, thanks. Thank you. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied?
Yeah.
Oh, is it da? Did he say da? So Sada-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I was right. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Actually, that's niet, I think. It's pronounced da, meaning yes. Cool. Thank you. Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Well, it sounds like there is somebody next door, in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Okay. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's?
His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman.
A Western gentleman?
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy.
How can you be so sure about that?
Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands.
Wow, that was harsh. Yeah. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kasuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there, which is weird because you would hear them in the next cabin through the grating. Yeah. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business.
Okay. What's up with last night? Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff?
Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
Oh, that's ominous. It's always good to learn a new language, or even just parts of one. You know?
Never!
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual?
Hit!
Is that niet?
Niet!
I think that was supposed to be no. So Seto-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no. Niet. Yeah, exactly.
I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all.
Niet is no, that's right. And you didn't hear any strange noises, or sense anything was wrong in some way.
I said no!
Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Ah, that does sound good.
That is enough. I cannot say more now.
Oh.
It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
Yes, alright.
Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You cannot, you escape when the lobster whistles on the top of the mountain. Or, as English say, when the pigs fly.
Yes, I understand. Toph is Willy Wonka. At least I'm entertaining. That's good. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Okay, so now we can move? No. Not in the direction I want to, at least. Alright. That's the way to the second class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Wow. Alright, thank you. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kasuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Yeah. Bummer.
First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's.
Sorry?
Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home.
These cabins are the finest on the ship.
So it would be this one here.
My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way.
Oh, 539? 500 and... How many cabins are there? This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's ever in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. No answer. I guess that was her.
We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Oh. Excuse me. Oh no! Is it buffering? Or is Gandalf just playing around with the emojis? Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes!
I shan't be stopped when the fit is... When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. That's a weird expression. When the fit is on me, huh? Okay.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick?
I think we should go in.
I think we should go in. No, sorry, it's me. Man, it just came spinning in. I guess so. Yeah, he sure did. This Mr. Sholmes is quite the character. There's no time to think about stress relief. Wait, that's me, not him. So I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Okay. Ninth of January, SS Bura, first class cabin number 2. Who are you? Oh my god. Okay. A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. They're all gonna have kind of the same Russian. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimly Roylott, I believe. Grimsby. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? No. I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. This man uses the magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk? Don't look at me. Are you kidding me?
Oh my. Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. The case just shook. Leave, now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Costuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylat. Whatever. There's no doubt about it. The strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Okay, let's examine the case, please. What do you think you're doing? Ah! This is my cabin. Get out!
Could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps?
No! Huh. What a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. Why is he in the wardrobe now? What's that about? Okay.
There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do.
The books are knocked over again. And there's a plate on the floor like last time. Like in my cabin. And then there's, I guess, the shared ventilator? This is crazy. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with this, Mr. Roylat. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes. What were you doing in there? It sure is, yeah. Why, I was resting, of course.
Resting?
Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of deduction into service.
Oh!
And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host is in this cabin. Mr. Roylat is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Witness it.
Oh, yes, please.
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What?
From time to time, it occurs to me.
Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone.
That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know that this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on the first meeting, but I once read, if it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence, it biases the judgment.
Wow. Alright. Okay.
Shh! I must have complete silence.
What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. Blah. What? What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. I was seeing if I read that right. I did. Jesus. Are you not? Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Behind that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Yarg!
Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholm's great deductions with my own eyes.
Wow. Okay.
That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all that there is to know about a person.
What? One ineffable twaddle.
Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true.
I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. Looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How? How could you?
How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate.
Ah. Gives you a real, like, workout. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you to... Oh, frick. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery? Let us board the train of reasoning. Okay, we're back. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Oh boy. Oh, this is a lot. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously. What catches the eye in the first place? Is it the enormous pair of shears in your hand? Oh, something there too. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Ha! In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand.
A revolutionary on the run. Conclusion. Topic 2. Wrongdoing.
Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Oh! And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, the traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless Kudeo? I don't know. Betrays you. Oh well. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elementsky. Wow. Okay. That was a lot. So Soda-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it?
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow.
Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here for a moment?
Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on.
Well, to start with, there's this newspaper article. I think we had some discussion before, but... Hey, what's going on? Welcome, Devin. These two men look nothing like each other.
Ah, yes. I recall our discussion earlier, and at that time I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina.
Indeed, a truly startling revelation.
At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Not at first glance, it is too small, clearly.
You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard.
I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15.
No, I didn't know. How could I?
Oh, you know, I'm alright. Had a little trouble trying to stream this last week. Got a little frustrated with it. Kept trying, doing tests and whatnot privately, and it just kept not working. And then now it works for some reason. So I'm just living day by day, I guess. And then we got to start our Halloween stuff real soon, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago.
Wow. That's a way to put that.
Sholmes says, some years ago I read something pertinent, I believe.
A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies.
Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes.
Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus.
Mr. Naruhado, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off.
Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Sasato.
It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
Switch some key words in his deductions.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
Is this like a, Is this like with Phoenix Wright doing his like mind unlock thing to get people to tell the truth? I wonder if that's what we're doing, but just in a different, like, way. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man has a lot of work. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Well, it's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists?
Where are your handcuffs?
Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel.
Uh-oh. Back to the hero worship. Stop. No. Not right now, okay? It's not the coffee's fault. Stop trying to blame the coffee. You're just not allowed on right now. Oh, my goodness sakes. Alright. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
Hi, kitty. Hi. Back off. Back. I can't see the game, and I probably need to focus now. Stop. You're such a good girl, though. Yes, good kitty. It's okay. Yeah. Meow. Good girl. She's gonna bite me soon. Okay.
So, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Oh boy. Hey, 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 hey. Oh my goodness, cat. You want to be a star so bad. Just so bad. Look at that. There we go. Nice shot of the cat. Good doom. But you're going to have to go away now. Ugh, there you go. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott. Obviously what catches the eye in the first place. It's the enormous pairs of shears in your... Oh, crud. Was I supposed to do something? Oh, shoot. Okay. Cat! For the love of God. Just gonna knock over my cup a bunch. Okay. Speckled band. Okay. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away copious amounts of Thank you. Okay. So we have to click it, I guess?
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though.
It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either.
Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong. Let us try to switch a key word here. Naruto-san and...
Oh, let us try to switch a keyword here, Naruto-san. God, that's hard to say. And see if that helps matters.
Alright, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. Wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on.
Probably the newspaper. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what?
Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruto-san.
Why am I the one who has to do something about this? Ugh. Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott going to use those enormous shears for? You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. So, can we go down? What is this? Golden locks. I'm gonna say it was the golden locks. What the? What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks.
No. The color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how's it growing out from underneath this thick black hair?
Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising.
Something's definitely not right here. So it's a woman. She's a woman. Okay. Oh, I thought we were answering the question. Alright. R.
Yes!
Golden locks. There we go. Yeah, there we are. You are on the verge of using those shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Sure. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth.
Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have a clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Well, that was a shock.
I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you?
Sorry, that was me. Shoot. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san.
You're enjoying this.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing the facts of Mr. Sholmes.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business.
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary.
I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best.
Okay.
Well, I mean... this is interesting.
Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no, I mean, it might be interesting.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She is very pretty, isn't she?
Don't they know it's a ballerina already? I feel like we know this already. Alright. I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Really. Oh, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere. Is this Mr. Sholmes? It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. That's right, Novovich. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear this woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money.
So Sato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. That's sus. Alright. The tiara is property of Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. Blah. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. God. Maybe he's the dancer person. Yeah, the ballerina. Absolutely. So they are connecting the dots a bit. That's good.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo.
Article about ballerina. An article on the back page of the Russian newspaper. The headline reads, "Renowned prima ballerina Vinovich ballet disappears from Shanghai." Okay. Now present.
Yes!
Got it. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina Vinovich ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ah! Oh God. It was just the hat. 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 And there is no blood, so it was just the hat. Yeah, take that fake nose off. That's right. Got her.
You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova.
That was freaky.
But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
A ballerina on the run. Solved. Okay, topic 2, wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh, shoot. Did I miss something? Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have the propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. Answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. Proof of your crime sits before our very eyes, yes, that of the traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside the traveling case as well.
No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here. That's a yes, by the way. Something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Pretty cool outfit. The crown. Yeah, probably under the hat, I would say, too. She does look cool. Yeah. It would have been cooler, though. The hat would have been... Yeah, it would have been. That's true, too. Proof that your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. I want to know what's going on back here. Oh, there's that tiara.
Wow, look at that dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhata-san, try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Yes, you have. Okay. And then I kind of want to know what this is about. That'd be nice. But we're not able to see that, are we? Okay. What else is there? But this case did shake. I wonder what's going on. Well, yeah, we gotta present the newspaper. That is true. Maybe we're supposed to, what's in the waste paper basket, though? The waste paper basket? Let's have a little look inside. Naruhata-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Ugh, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Just in case. Exactly, we have no choice. Ah, there's paper in here. There's hardly anything here at all. Okay. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Okay, fine. Okay. It's a very small case, isn't it? You can instantly see that no person could possibly fit inside there. So does that tell us that Miss Pavlova's telling glance in this direction was focused on something else? Good, it is the tiara. Then we can just move on. If that's true, though, it doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Well, if there's nothing incriminating inside this case, why did she refuse to let us look inside? Yes, I wonder why. Perhaps she has a perfectly harmless reason, though. Okay, fine. So, let's...
Yes!
Yeah. That tiara.
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Ah!
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes talking. Okay. Indeed. It would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft.
Oh no!
Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
Ah! I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me.
This girl is only 15 years old, and she's a runaway all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely.
Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now.
Come, come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? What do you mean?
You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we, you careless coup betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written on the books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly didn't cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
Oh, she did cast. I'm sorry, she certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. Okay.
Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case.
And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
I agree. That's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Yes, the reason why you won't open your case is written in the books on the shelf. I'm going to ignore the books on the shelf, because I don't think that has anything to do with it. Rules of passage. It's a pet or something, right?
There are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Bura. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins.
Pets are also strictly forbidden. There it is. We got it. It's a pet.
There was exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I? Yeah. It's this. This is the reason.
Yes!
Rules of passage. She broke the rules of passage. There's a pet in her trunk. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but with no weapon or other dangerous items would move on its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet. Yeah, got her. Possession of a prohibited animal. Haha. Solved. You know, an animal could get through the ventilator grate. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were.
No, I am not Grimsby Roylat. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. which couldn't have been easy. The Bureau is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to be a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So if it was just you about to cut your own hair, who was it that let out that scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me.
I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me? As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard, and then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't step from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all of my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and...
At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door.
Things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Oh my god, move on. Are those two even talking about the same thing?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew.
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you, but in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night.
Yes, alright. I will tell you.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
Wasn't it something, Mr. Sholm's great deduction?
It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Okay. Yeah, feed your pets, absolutely. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. My...
Ah! Ah! Your hands are cuffed again.
What? But how? True to my word, I've restored your shackles. When and why?
There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment.
Can it really?
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kasuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So that's why there's a plate on the floor, it's for the pet. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night?
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh! That's why you were trying to find out what happened.
Did you notice anything unusual last night?
Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking?
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened.
Miss Pavlova? Oh, yeah. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see. Okay. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet?
Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about that ballet. About the ballet.
Brrr, good lord, I can't talk. Ah.
I will start a new life.
You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I had stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum.
Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Okay. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet.
Well, hello there, Karen Levin. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Bureau stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard?
Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
That is not your business. Ah.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. Uh-oh.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry, what was that?
It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel.
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventure of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Haha.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Shoei.
Oh, she can't pronounce his name. That's fair.
Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us about what really happened. Alright. Well, what about your friend in the case? What is your friend? So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right?
I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious...
Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
Is this game tied to the other games? So far, no. We play a gentleman named Ryunosuke Naruhodo or something like that. He's like the Phoenix Wright of the series. So it's a whole brand new adventure. Yeah, I haven't found any connections just yet, but if they're there, we're gonna find them. Hopefully, it ends like that. I wanna know if it ends like that. We're very near the beginning, so I don't know yet. I guess you'll find out with us if you want. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But she's definitely like our Maya right now. She's I guess, the university's teacher's daughter, something like that. And I was traveling with my friend Kasuma, but he died apparently while I was in the wardrobe. So now we're trying to figure out why. What's going on, Dump Master? Welcome back. Hey, welcome.
But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
Kitty cat. She likes to be the center of attention. Just gonna give her a little snuggle real quick. Little baby cat. Meow, meow, meow. I got your tum-tums. I'm rubbing it in front of everyone. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Her name is Doom. She's cute. I like this pet. Oh. Maybe an adorable little rabbit.
No.
Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you?
Yeah, we don't know who our comic relief will be just yet, but he's kind of filling the part right now. I don't know. Maybe he'll stay with us? Maybe not. Don't know. We met him on the ship, so... I have to wake up. Okay, alright. Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then?
You may well ask. I have no idea.
Ah.
You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young Ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken!
Really?
Wow, a chicken, huh? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance.
So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. No.
Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed.
Okay. Welcome back, Fox. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Excellent. All right. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Interesting. What do I have to show her? The speckled band, maybe? Maybe. Hold on. I can hear a faint whistling sound. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I mean, yeah. Cool, then. How do I present something to her? You go to the court record with E, and you're supposed to be able to present. Ah. But I guess not in this case, huh? Okay. Oh, here we go. Back. R. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. Tove hasn't played Wolong. Yeah, except for the demo. Sorry about that. Yeah, I want it, but I don't have the funds to keep up with all the games coming out. It's been a little nuts lately. Sorry about that.
His diary?
Yes, and he wrote it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Yeah, that and Psychonauts 2. Don't even get me started. Good lord. You cracked up when they gave the VM navigation keys last stream. Yeah! I don't like using B&M to like look around. It stinks. I don't enjoy it. I have to find it on the keyboard first. Then I set my fingers and then it's fine. But jeez. Yeah. That one really got me. Yeah.
A speckled band? I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins this cabin, you see. Hi, kitty. Do you want to lay down? You can lay down, but I have to put my keyboard on my lap. There you go. Now you're nice and cozy. Good girl. Yes. All right, I need to go back to the game. Now I'm just picking on her. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together.
Oh. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled van the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything.
How did she get to be Italian? That's pretty funny. Sorry about that. I'll try to go back to Russian. Use B&M to shift the camera view in either direction instead. More people use it. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, my lord, indeed. Rinosuke. Okay, so... Oh. So she's not cooperating. That's not good. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Oh. Okay.
Yes? What?
Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please.
All right, I will come now.
What?
You must leave, now.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott.
Get out! The passenger said out! Or do you want me to throw you out? Ugh, looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. Ah!
What a pity.
Hey! Welcome, Heroku Light. Hi. Excellent, man. Getting new people, saying hi. And this is why I love streaming. I get to meet all kinds of people. Yeah. And so we lost our chance. Ah. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. To be continued. We have a little more time today, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we have a little more time today. You were here a while ago? Oh, sweet. Alright, well, welcome back then. So let's save. Kind of a long time ago. That's alright. Well, welcome back. You know, it's all good. 9th January, SS Bureau, first class cabin passageway. Haha. Oh no. Well, you won't miss him this time. So, unless you can't stay, in which case you might. I don't know.
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that.
I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what speckled band might be.
We didn't manage to investigate at all.
And I imagine
that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door.
He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute.
What is it?
Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go?
Oh yes! He's completely disappeared.
When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these were securely back on my wrists. Okay. Okay, so then what? Do we, gotta do the move thing? Ah, okay. So we can't go here, obviously, but we can go back to Cosmo's cabin. Although I wonder if we should try the door. We're gonna try the door first.
The door leads to the second class area.
It's locked. I can't open it.
No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape.
Ah, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Okay. I was just making sure that because he was guarding the door, you know, that we couldn't just move to the next room. That's fine too. So we'll try to go back into Cosima's cabin. So stealthy. Too stealthy. Bruh. Okay, so this is the next... Okay, so we are supposed to be here. Alright. 9th January, SS Bureau, first class cabin number 1. Looks like they're still investigating in here.
Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Asanoga is unscathed.
You haven't played this game? Neither have I. I'm just doing so now, for the first time. So, what you're seeing is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd laid his life on the line for you. Oh, yes, that's right. God, it's been too long. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Might have some new information for us, though. You never know. Alright.
You! Where did you go?
Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to investigate.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Well, Seaman Hasanoga did.
That new Japanese, was it? Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room.
Oh, okay. Whew, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hasanoga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens at that restaurant. Hint, 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 hint. First stream of this. Anyway, that could have been a very long time from now, Mr. Naruhodo-san. That could be for a very long time from now. Okay. Oh, Lord. Alright. We've already investigated most of this. Why is this like this? Oh. I thought it was out of its sheath. It was not. Oh, is there anything else here? Oh! Oh my god. Did you get beat up? Hasanoga? Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. He might have said air, like hair, like like Mr. He's like, I don't know if he's German. It's funny. Hairlock. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found. Yes, let's do it. Okay. The cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? So now I've definitely upset him. Oh, okay. I love that he loves ballet. Yeah, it's nice. Uh, fair enough, fair enough. I was just reading back to chat to see if I missed anything. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. You currently sound like him? You've got allergies murdering you and your throat? Yeah, oh, me too. I had to take an allergy pill, one of those 24-hour strong things, just to breathe today, you know? Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh? What? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Oh, okay. Yay for ragweed, I love it so much. Claritin, yeah. Non-spawn, but, you know. Yeah, I was sucking down Claritin. I only had one. I'm just... What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Bureau's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kasuma's post-mortem report. Kasuma-sama. I still think it's a cover-up. I don't think he's actually dead. I think he made this a mystery on purpose to see if I could solve it and get myself out of trouble. I think Kasuma's alive, but we'll see. So, what was the cause of death? Yeah. Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. The cervical vertebrae. Okay. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. Okay. Interesting. What's going on, yellow dude? Welcome back. How you been? Hey, man. Welcome to the stream. Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. Oh, happy birthday to your sister, belated, but happy birthday to her. Yeah. His katana better not be it. Oh, because, yeah, it's on the floor and everything. There does look like there was a struggle in here, so. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If I might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. With the laws of storytelling, yeah. Postmortem report has been entered into the court record. I'd actually like to read that over.
Because I don't believe it's a real one. Okay, so victim, male, Far Eastern. Time of death, sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Okay. So the murder was kind of long. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. So how could it be between 1 a.m. and a little past 2? I guess that's just the approximate time of death, I suppose. That's fine. I mean, maybe there's more to it, but I can't... yeah. Let's go back to the great detective.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, wasn't he?
Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish!" was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass, do you see? Oh, okay. Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Yes, that must be it. The weird stuff. Hey, what's going on, Gandalf? Welcome back, sir. Wait just a second, I never said I was here before. Oh, okay. I mean, you did, but alright. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea.
What was it, Sasato-san?
Oh, what was it, Sasato-san? Because it's me.
Well, Kasuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red, then?
Yes, a little like the color of the red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kasuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? The mark on the floor has been entered into the court record. Okay. Okay, so it could be shoe polish, I guess. As per usual. I see I've started a blow up in the comments. My bad. The chat. Listen, he likes to be in his own world, you know? So, we let him do that here. That's fine. That's alright. I'm just making him mad. Okay. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you.
Poor Inspector. You look exhausted.
Oh, no. Well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. mean, that's signs that something was laced in their food. Because I remember him complaining about that before when he was in the wardrobe. You're waiting for FNAF Help Wanted 2 in the FNAF movie? Me too. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I still need to play Ruin and everything, but, you know. God, there's a lot on my plate. There just is. I'm gonna keep trying to take the same sleep schedule. I'm gonna keep looping that until we can get through some of the Halloween games I wanted to. Interesting. You and a person here on occasion used to always use this one. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But that's alright. Yeah, old Rosie hasn't been on in quite a while, but she's probably got life to deal with, so no big deal. Shoot. Alright. So... I don't know if there's more to examine or not. This is where Cosimo spent his final moments writing his diary. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Cosimo-sama left us valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san. We will. Indeed. Yes. Oh. Sorry, I got a wave of exhaustion just there. YouTube specific emotes, there's usually an emoji button sort of thing. Yeah. You don't... Oh no, you don't celebrate Halloween in your country? Ah. But the spooky season is upon us. And I have something on Twitch for you guys, so... I'm going to make sure a bunch of sound alerts work. I'm going to put some spooky sounds in there, too. I'm going to make sure the Phasmophobia sounds are in there. That'd be fun. And then, yeah, we'll have a fun time with it. It'll be good. It'll be a good month. Yeah. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh, yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? Right. You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now they're neatly lined up, so I can relax when things are untidy. I can't relax when things are untidy. Okay. Got it. Understood. What else might we observe? So this ventilator joined Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Cosimo saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. Probably not. Copyright infringement. Pumpkin spice! Heck yeah, pumpkin spice. Delicious. Oh, and I'm gonna dress up the place a little bit more for you guys. I got some decorations, and I got some lights. So I need to do the whole setup. It's not gonna be too hard. So I'll be all right. I think I'm overwhelmed with the whole games thing. But let's move on. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Okay. Well, should we go talk to her again if we can?
Looks like we're pretty good, I think. Let's try moving. Can we even get back out? Okay, good. First class cabin passageway.
Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff is gone.
Strong enough?
That burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
Ugh, all these Russian names are impossible to remember. I remember Beef Stroganoff. Yeah, fun fellow. You're from Japan? Oh, nice. Right now, I think there's sweet potato foods. Ooh, delicious. That's very cool.
Tra-la-la!
Oh, no. The last time we heard tra-la-la from the Phoenix games. This is either gonna get weird or it's gonna get weird. I don't know how else to say it. Do you hear that? It sounded like someone singing.
Tra-la-la, lira-lira-lay.
I did it the great detective way. Yes, disturbing. Okay, cool.
This caroling. I know that lark-like voice.
Well, never mind that now. There is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlov's cabin while we can and investigate.
Definitely. Before that stringy knot crewman comes back. Stringy knot?
It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot.
That's correct. Yes. Ninth January, SS Bureau, first class, cabin number 2. Okay.
Miss Pavlova isn't back yet.
Or, that was me. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Okay. It's a Seta-san. Oh, where's she gone? Of course, right to the clothes. Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things.
There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can.
Oh yeah, she's definitely Maya. Heroku Light. Oh. Sweet potato coffee kinds of drinks? That sounds awesome. That sounds really awesome. I suppose you're right, for Kasuma's sake. Did you just take something? Not just for Kasuma-sama. What do you mean? Oh, that was her. Okay. Right.
It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
Really?
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to.
Yes, we will. Okay.
Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open.
It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret, because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Bureau. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Is it in the grate? I bet you it's in the grate. It crawled up here, didn't it? So this ventilator connects to Kasuma's cabin next door.
Yes, although what a fool of a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room.
Shipbuilder. Yeah, okay. Right, yeah. Ah, maybe. It's so that if there is a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm.
Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Cosimo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming from out of this ventilator. Okay, so no pet there.
Naruhodo-san, are you there?
Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home.
Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes.
I was rather hoping we'd find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Okay, so they were thinking when I was thinking about that. Okay. There are just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Hey, Janine, welcome back. We have a lot of people today, and they're all popping in to say hi. It's pretty awesome. We got all these beautiful, wonderful people in here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your viewing.
Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all.
That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read.
Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian.
Thanks. I think I probably already knew that.
It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket.
Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away?
Naruhodo-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know.
Ugh, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish. No, that's what happened last time.
However, these are special circumstances, I think.
Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Okay, well, we checked, and that was important, so...
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing.
That's fair.
All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though.
It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Cosima's cabin.
Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase?
I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Ooh, yeah, V8. V8's real good for energy.
All right then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage?
Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here, too. Oh.
Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray.
Come on, there's got to be something special about the bookcases. Okay, maybe not.
I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately.
Ah! Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here?
What? A leak? Is this ship quite
safe?
Oh, I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink.
No, you're right. Of course you're right.
She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Ah.
It would seem this teapot is empty.
So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. Yeah, that's it. That's the conclusion. Yeah, that's the one.
Ah. Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either.
It's definitely that they're exclusively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it.
You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san?
Yes, I am obstinate. I am all of those things. I'm also mad about being called a murderer. Anything else?
There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist.
She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too.
No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
We don't want them to! We're trying to investigate in secret! Alright. Cool, 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 cool. Is there anything else we missed? Before I leave, because I'm starting to think there's not much else. Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Bureau's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed help to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now.
I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. That's me. Ah, shoot. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine.
I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard.
Oh, yeah, so do I. Oh, okay. Alright, well... I'm not sure what to do.
The cabin door has the same sort of simple...
same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. Okay, well... If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside.
Yes, that's not particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across on its own accord, would it?
No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside.
It seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Cool, cool. Good to know. Pretty sure that's it, though. There's not much else we can... Unless anybody has an idea. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Start selling in other countries. Oh, okay. Location, my town. Big bottles too.
Sparkling water Gatorade mix. Interesting. Huh. That's interesting. I like that. Okay, so we want to go back then, yeah? And then... I guess we can move out. Oh! Speaking of the devil.
Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look!
Wow, you never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you?
He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself.
Tra la la, lira lira lay. I did the great detective way. I did it. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us?
Or he's simply in extremely high spirits.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about. Excuse me. I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. All right, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? He is a fighter, yeah.
Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
It's like Sakura Cola, but in blue bottle, and it's by the same company. Interesting. Okay.
Ah, yes,
That. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here.
Oh, yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in the first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Ooh, he is a guard. That's not how security locks work. That is absolutely the truth, yes.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes.
Just like me, yep.
Nothing to report.
Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes, nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean...
Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. It is easy. It's very easy. I have a very easy job. Yeah. This takes more brain cells. What kind of
circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. The ship's log has been entered into the court record. It's about the time of death, so that's kind of sussy, a little suspicious. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes' brilliance. Ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Sasota-san? You seem lost in thought.
It's just... well, I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing.
Oh, you too? Can't be coincidence. Ah, but we must adjourn. We must we must go. I've got to end it here. What we'll do is we'll save, and then we'll say goodbye. Let's see. Not that. Not that. Not that. Go back. Options is G. Okay, got it. Alright. Well, I hope everybody had fun. Yeah. That's the way our guy described his appearance before the murder, right? His experience. Sorry, not appearance. I read that wrong. I don't know why. Yes, we shall plug the Discord. So, I do have a Discord. It keeps up with when I'm going live and what I'm up to. And if you'd like to join it, I'd love to invite you. So let me get that invite going. And then, yeah. Okay. Okay, it's been copied. Give me a second. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Devin. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah. Devin helped out, so we're good there. Alright, well, thanks everybody so much for watching. I am Tofinator. If you'd like, you can, if you want to support the channel, the stream, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on the YouTube. Let them know I did a good job. Or you can join the Patreon if you'd like to do that. Support me that way every month. You can do that for as little as $1 a month to be noted on the credits and get a little shout out from me. But wait until next time. We're gonna have a part 4 next week, and until then, we're gonna try to do Twitch a little more often and get our spooky season going. So that'll be fun. All right, thanks goes to Andrew Smith and to Cal. So thank you both for being Patreon members. I'm gonna have them in the credits now, and y'all have a beautiful night. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye. And shout outs to Devin for voicing the entire thing. Appreciate that. I'm just kidding. But thank you.